Hi, I'm Richard Rackley with Weichert Realtors here in Knoxville, and I'm here today with Matteo Francisco Andres, who is another realtor here at the brokerage. Thanks for coming out today, Matteo.
Hey, pleasure to be here. Here to answer a lot of questions.
Yeah, well, so let's just jump into it. Tell me about your story and how you got to Knoxville.
So my parents came to Phoenix, Arizona in the 2000s, or like just 2000. And then I was born in 2001.
Okay. So you were born in Phoenix?
Correct.
Okay.
And I came to Knoxville when I was a month old, so I don't have any experience growing up in Phoenix, Arizona.
No memories of that, huh?
No memories.
Right.
I just hear how it's very dry out there, and of course in Knoxville it's very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of an arid desert type setting out there.
It is.
Yeah. So you've been in Knoxville pretty much your whole life then?
Right.
Okay. What made you decide to get into real estate?
So when my parents first bought their home, it was kind of challenging. Thankfully we had a great real estate agent who was patient. He couldn't speak Spanish, but my siblings and I helped translate it a lot.
Okay.
When it came with, bringing down the terms of a contract. And I'm just grateful that the agent that we were with was patient, and I could just see the stress it had on my parents relying on their children, trying to break it up for them.
Right.
So I knew that there needed to be someone there for them who can provide that instead of their children.
Right.
So that's what made me take this route.
So how long have you been doing real estate?
For 10 months.
Okay.
Well, actually it's been 6 months now. My first 4 months, my grandma got sick. She lives in Guatemala.
Oh, okay. Now that's where your parents are originally from?
Correct.
Okay. And then have you been to Guatemala?
I have. My last recent trip there was this past October.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. It was a great time.
Yeah. I can imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
Well, also, now I heard that you're a runner.
Right.
Tell me about that. A long distance runner.
Whew. I haven't been able to run for a long time, but there's a reason why too. So when I was 16, that's when I started my running journey. And I'm telling you, I could barely run. I had a hard time running a mile.
You mean like breathing heavy and stuff like that, or?
Breathing heavy, dizzy head. There's a reason why to that. I had health issues because I was always in the room playing video games. But then I realized I needed to do something to strengthen my mental strength. So that's when I started picking up running. And it slowly became a ritual of me doing it every day. Not because I wanted to, but I needed to. And it was a way for me to do something I don't like and get better at it.
And just force yourself to mentally overcome whatever you didn't like about it and just do it.
Right.
Well, that's a journey that a lot of people need to take,
See,
not just with running, but with a lot of different things.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I just kept going. And then slowly but surely, 2 years fast forward, I ran my first 100-mile race.
100 miles?
Right.
You've ran 100 miles. Can that be done in one day?
Yeah. No, it didn't take a day. It took 36 hours for me.
Oh, wow.
I had like 2 hours of rest. The reason why I didn't stop for this 100 miles, because 3 months previously to that, I tried to do 100 miles in 24 hours while I was 18. And that was my goal. I was so close. It was mile 81, or I went through 19 hours, so close to my goal. But I just had someone tell me to, back out of the race. You're going to hurt yourself. And it is true. It was true. But I listened to them, and, you wake up the next morning thinking, what if, or like I could have done it. And you just feel really, for me, I felt really empty having someone tell me that I should stop and me giving into it. And 3 months later, I was still 18, and I made a promise to myself, no matter who told me to stop, no matter if they were a doctor, my mother, I'm gonna still do it. I completed the race while I was 18, but the repercussions to that was I have a patella tendon issue now on my left knee, but I've been healing very well now. It's a blessing in disguise, Richard, when I say this. I shifted that mentality and work ethic to my real estate business. And the way my lifestyle is structured is way better compared to when I first started running.
Right.
So it was a blessing in disguise because now I can pursue and put as much of energy as I did into running, into my career.
Right. Well, so how is your career doing it? How are you doing in real estate?
Doing well. I'm every day. This is what I like to say. You know, when I first started my career, even with running, you know, I always knew that in the beginning, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be very slow. Mm-hmm. Progress is not going to be one night. It may not even be 2 months, 3 months. But with added on and, you know, the compound effect, it will reach. And right now I feel it. Just my hard work, me reaching out to people, hosting open houses, you know, getting in contact with as much as people as I can. I'm really seeing the fruit.
Right. Well, I know you've had a closing or two because I was here when they announced it. So,
right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna keep coming.
Yeah, but just keep at it.
My goal, what really keeps me driven, is the families I will help.
Right. I know we've done some at least one open house together, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and I notice you do open houses at almost every weekend.
Right.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I see your announcements. So I notice you also on social media a lot, and you do like inspirational videos sometimes, not about real estate. You know, so I think that's really nice. What social media channels are you on?
I'm mostly on Facebook and also LinkedIn, and I do a little bit on some Snapchat.
Okay.
But
now I know I've seen you on TikTok too.
TikTok as well.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Matteo, I really appreciate you coming out and speaking with us today. If someone wants to contact you, how do they do that?
You can reach me out by my phone number, 865-300-8098.
Okay.
And can I say something in Spanish?
Yeah. Say whatever you want.
Okay. Mi número de teléfono es 865-300-8098.
So is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
One thing that I had to tell you, full disclosure to the clients that I will help, you know, Spanish is not my first language, neither is English.
Oh.
So my first language was Acateco. That's a Mayan dialect located in the northern region of Guatemala. So that was my first language. And I lost it during my younger ages because growing up in the States, you know, you
didn't use it as much.
Didn't use it. You have to learn English.
Right.
So it faded away. And I'm not sure where I picked up Spanish, but my Spanish is it's not fluent, but I can very for sure get the message across. Okay.
So you speak 3 languages then?
Correct.
Any more? Just 3?
3.
Well, that's 2 more than I speak.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Matteo, thanks again for coming out, and I'll be seeing you at the meeting next Tuesday.
For sure.
All right.
Right on.
Thanks, buddy.
See you all.